Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new live stream, and welcome to Moscow, and welcome to the last couple of days of 2023. I hope everyone's having a good day so far, wherever you are in the world. I've just realized my camera is a little bit high up today. So I do quite often look at the chat, which is more at my eye level than up at the camera. So I just apologize. I'll see how it goes doing it this way rather than lowering the camera down and then looking up at the chat. I hope everybody's good. I see there's a few people in the chat already. There's also quite a lot of likes as well. There's 37 likes or thumbs up on the video. So thank you so much if you might have popped in and done that and left and came back. I'm not too sure. There is also a few people in the chat who were here a little bit earlier on. Now, just one thing, I can't read Russian. So if your name or your channel name or I guess handle is in Russian, I can't read it. So I apologize. I'm sorry. Andrea Tarazuna, ERGA, hello. William, Jimmy, Joanna, hello, Joanna. You might notice just in the background here is your gift. Actually, your bag is right here as well. My wife came home with gifts last night as well, and we happen to have the same size bag. I think Maxime, perhaps, is a couple of Russian names. If I could read them. Mikhail. Здравствуйте, Mikhail. Hello. Sam K, Russian Gomez. JJ, William, Matthew. A few people are chatting now live. So that's really good. Let me know maybe where you're from. Okay, William, I see there from Greenwood in the USA. Hello from GB, Matthew, in England somewhere. I see England beat Australia in the tennis yesterday in the, is it the United Cup? My mum and my sister's son or my nephew went to watch that and Australia lost, unfortunately. So it's a little bit sad, but it's okay. We can pull through. We've got a good team. We have high expectations, and we might go through to the quarterfinals, hopefully. Okay, so basically the premise of this video is to thank everybody for the channel reaching 100,000 subscribers. Now, it's quite a bit of a delayed live stream from when I passed 100,000 subscribers to now. Because I was waiting to get the plaque, and the plaque has finally got here, kind of the long way around. Sam K, thank you for the super sticker, I think, or super chat. Early New Year, Russell, £2. Thank you so much. If anybody does do a super chat, super sticker, super thanks, thank you so much. I'm really basically counting it as a 100,000 subscriber pool, and I can perhaps do something extra to celebrate with the donations, I guess. There is also donation alerts set up if anybody's inside Russia or wants to use that as an option for doing donations to the channel. There's a link, there's a pinned link, and it's also in the description as well. So depending on where you are in the world, with donation alerts, I can actually read a comment that you might post. A lot of people like to do it anonymously. That's completely up to you. I've got it set up here. The last time we did a live stream was 38 days ago, by the way. I did take a bit of a break from YouTube. I will talk about that a little bit as well. I wonder if anybody knows where I was or where I wasn't. So thank you, Sam K, so much for the super chat, super sticker. There is an option also, if you watch a video, you can do donations on them called super thanks. And that can be on any video at any time you're watching a video. So, wow, that's really cool. Sergey, hello. I think I said hello to Sergey already. William, Matthew. Oh, Fortuna, David, hello. I just finished watching your Dark Store video, and it was great. Thanks, David. Or Fortuna Minecraft. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a pretty cool video. I enjoyed making that. That's actually, it wasn't too far from where I live. It was, if I drove in a car, it's probably under an hour to get there. I took a bus, then a train, then another bus, then I walked to get to the meeting point of that place. So it was really cool. I enjoyed that basically the whole day of it. A little bit awkward the way we're filming it because it was just so rushed, but that's just how it is. James in Illinois, hello. Maybe I'll do lots of hellos first. Why is your plaque not hanging on your wall? Hello and congratulations. William, you're spoiling the excitement or the bit where I was going to show the box of it in my hand here in Moscow. So yeah, I'll just get through a little bit more of the chat. Then the chat will go way too fast and I won't be able to keep up. Nice to see you online. Happy New Year. Tara, thank you. Yeah, Happy New Year. Basically, we've got 2 more days, right? So tomorrow is New Year's Eve, and then New Year's Day will be the 1st of January. So we've just passed the Christmas that I would celebrate in Australia, but in Russia, the holiday tends to be New Year's Eve to New Year's Day. And then there's the 6th and 7th of January that they celebrate, or they do, or we do here in Russia as well, with coming. Andrea, hello. Stephen, thank you. Congratulations. Yeah, I guess there's going to be lots of congratulations, which is going to be very nice. There's a very long Russian comment. Russell, are you... Oh, great new style. I wish you all the best. All of the Russian loves you. Do your job and stay the way you are. Thank you. You did have a little bit of an expletive in that there. So yes, thank you so much for that comment. I thought you were delivering food to Russia, William. I kind of was. That was really just I worked in a Russian dark store for the day video, and I think maybe I did a little bit too much clickbaiting with the title. So I'm definitely still doing YouTube. I'm still here. Congratulations on 100,000 subscribers. Yes, we're actually at 122,000, I think it is now. Spanned, hello. Why is the wall empty behind you? Yeah, so somebody complained because I had a picture on the floor here, and it wasn't hung up. That was a family friend's painting that they did for us. This is actually a rented apartment. I will talk. Got a few things to talk about today. So we can't hang our own pictures on the wall without asking permission. But yeah, it would be kind of cool to put it right there, wouldn't it? I'm not sure my wife would like it in the middle of the lounge room, but... Or for the plaque, yes. I see cola in the back. Where is it from? Figure Kazakhstan, the cola is the best. No, this is actually Coca-Cola from Portugal. Now, I actually met a subscriber yesterday who's in the chat. Somewhere there is Joanna. And she brought me that from Portugal. She's here in Russia at the moment. And that was the gift to me, which I wasn't really expecting. She did say she had a gift for me, but I wasn't expecting to get Coca-Cola in glass bottles. So, yeah, that's what it is right there. Yeah, there is also loads of Coca-Cola from every country possible. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. Matthew, thank you so much. Thank you. An early Happy New Year to you and your wife. Yeah, my wife is working today for the last, 8 days in a row. She's worked essentially morning till night. This is the absolute busiest time of the year for nail meisters or manicurists or master manicurum in Russia. So my wife is working day and night for the last, I think it's 8 days in a row now, or 9 days. And this is basically, she's making a couple of months work in a week. So, wow, thank you so much, Matthew, or Matt, whatever you go by. Wow, that's so nice of you. Thank you, anybody who's doing donations. Wow, that's blows me away. And then the donation alert one is set up as well. Yeah, happy. Yeah, we're just planning what to do for New Year. We're not sure yet, by the way, Matt. So we'll see. I really want to try and stay somewhere for a night or two in Moscow. Then we can go and walk around in the evening and not have to come back and to go out somewhere late in the evening. No way. How does it taste? This Coca-Cola I've not drunk yet. It's still 4 glass bottles right there. So I've not actually checked it or tried it or anything like that. So I will soon, but I'm saving it kind of for a special occasion. Happy New Year. Thank you. Is a glass bottle, it tastes better. Yes, absolutely, David. I agree with you. Tastes better in a glass bottle. Because Kazakhstan cola tastes like childhood. Huh. Yeah, I know in a lot of Asian countries, they've got cola in glass bottles. And it's very popular to get it in a glass bottle with the ones that they actually recycle. And then typically when you get them, they're not brand new looking. They're kind of rough and ready, and they've been washed and reused and then recapped. How was your day? Peter, my day's been pretty quiet so far. It's 3:10 p.m. It's actually going to get dark in about an hour. I did plan to do this live stream this afternoon. I probably didn't give enough notice, as usual, my usual style. It's on the usual day, though, a little bit earlier than it probably should be. But yeah, my day's good. I had an awful headache overnight. I woke up in the middle of the night with a crazy headache. And I had to wake my wife up to look for the tablets, for like headache tablets. And she doesn't like getting woke up in the middle of the night. She doesn't get back to sleep so easily. So yeah, I had to really I put like a cold towel on my face. I opened the window to let some fresh air in. It's the thing is, the weather at the moment is a little bit crazy here. Well, a little bit all over the place. So today it's +3 Celsius outside. So it's actually kind of warm for this late in the year. So, and I think the change in the weather and the atmospheric pressure is making me just go a little bit cuckoo. I need to come and visit Russia from USA. William, yes. It's very easy to get visas. You do it all online. You deserve all the subscribers in the world. Thank you. And also reading Russian is pretty easy. My name is, for example, Mikhail. A couple of different letters. Yeah, right. Makarov. Thank you, Mikhail. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the subscriber count is, I mean, how fast it's now gone past 100,000 and now 122,000 something or other. If anyone is in my Telegram channel, that just passed 1,700 people in the channel. If anyone wants to join me on Telegram, I know David is there, who's the actual one of this channel's moderators as well. And then the chat, I think we're closing in on 600 people in the chat part of it. 100% potatoes in the Coca-Cola. Potatoes are more commonly from Belarus, probably more so than they're from Russia. Hello, where are we here? My gosh. When I see the super chats, it's just amazing. I'm sorry to be excited, but I get, well, it's kind of like a justification of the channel. And it gets overwhelming when I see it and read it and look at it. Hello from Russia. I'm from Russia. Firod history. Hello. Hello from Hong Kong. Austin, how's it going? In Australia, we call it the honkers. I'm sorry, I don't know if you've heard that nickname before, but honkers is the nickname for Hong Kong. And then the actual, the old airport is now a cruise terminal, isn't it? What's a stream without a Christmas tree? There is a Christmas tree. Is it? Have I got to press 2? Yes. There we go. That's the view just off to my right here. The view. Well, this is weird because the camera's opposite to my hand. This is the lounge. I had to move the vacuum cleaner from the back of the shot. That was on the wall behind the door there. And there's the Christmas tree. I've not got it switched on though. Oh my gosh. How crazy of me not to have it switched on. Thank you, Jack. Well deserved. I'm there often. Or maybe you're in the chat often. I'm not sure. Or Moscow. Greetings from Switzerland. MCL. Happy holiday to you, to all Russians, and to all the Russian friends here. Merry Christmas to Orthodox Christmas, including Russians. Yes. Kind of have 2 Christmases. Well, one, and then the second one. Potato jokes are the worst. Open. Oh, we are going to open it very soon. Now, I wonder if anybody noticed that I didn't post videos on YouTube for about 3 weeks. I did post 2 shorts. The shorts were actually sent to me by somebody who wants to put shorts on the channel, and they created them from an existing video, the one where I walked around Red Square about a month ago, and they want me to basically pay for shorts. I really couldn't edit them the way that they do them. I'm really not too sure if I should pay for someone to create the content to put it on the channel. I'm not a big shorts fan. I do watch them from time to time, but I don't think they really help the channel a whole lot. They may bring new subscribers to the channel, but yeah. So does anybody know where I was for roughly 3 weeks? Well, 4 weeks actually, exactly 4 weeks. Plus from the UK. You're not working as a delivery man? No, I just did it for a day. I would definitely go and work in that dark store and do the picking and basically running of it, or restocking and refilling. I worked in supermarkets in Australia roughly 3 years ago when I was in Australia during COVID, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. No snowing right now. It's raining +8 in the UK. I was just watching a live stream. I watch sometimes the airport live streams where they record the landings and takeoff of airplanes. And the channel I watched is a new one, or fairly new. And the guy was at Birmingham. I'm going to say Birmingham Airport. And he films from the runway there to watch the planes do all the crazy landing and takeoffs. So, yeah, it was pouring down with rain in his video just now. Sandy soil in Belarus. I guess that helps the potatoes to grow. When is the meetup with subscribers? Actually, I talked about this yesterday with Joanna, who I met in Moscow, and it's really something I want to do. I just sort of like the spontaneity of meeting people randomly rather than a scheduled time and place, because I feel like I'd be too nervous around everybody. So looks a little bit dull, needs some color. The tree's not switched on. So if the tree was switched on, it would make complete sense, because it's all of the tinsel and the baubles match the whole tree. Hello from Estonia. Oh, cool. Deal. Hello. Oh, you're in Telegram often. Yes. What's the camera? It's rotating. Yes, this was actually a camera that was bought via super chats and donations to the channel. It's a Insta360 Link. It's called Insta360 Link. It's a gimbal webcam. It actually is a little separate looking thing that just rests on the top of the monitor, and then you can move it around. If I do this like this, you can see the door to the other part of the house. And it's a bit hard to do when I do like this, and then I can swing it around. It's my wife's favorite bin bag that we use as footstools when we watch TV. You see the kitchen behind me. Now, I don't know if this is set up. No, it's not. So there is actually an option that it's got tracking. Yes, this one. So if I do this, the camera follows me. It's a little bit strange, but it's really cool. It's got a lot of features that I probably don't use necessarily, because I put it in just the normal mode, and then I can go back to the framing like that. So yeah, Insta360 Link. So yeah, actually, if anyone has been a long-time viewer of the channel, back when I was doing live streams from our other apartment, this was something that I fan-funded to buy for the channel. So basically, things like the super chats and donation alerts go towards the microphone, this boom arm, this camera, the light, went towards all the things that are set up for this channel. So hello from Norway. How did I get it to Russia? Now, actually, the next answer is the answer, GTA. So it doesn't get mailed to Russia. Now, I guess it doesn't really matter. Well, I guess it would if anybody zooms in. But it was sent to my address in Australia, to my parents' house, addressed to me. Basically, they literally put it in a box, And that's why it's, sorry, this is going to be a bit awkward. And that's why it's a little bit tatty around the edges, and it's a little bit, this is literally what they send. They don't put it in another box and another box. They send it just like this. So it got sent to Australia. And then 4 weeks ago, I flew to Bali. So I flew from Perth to Doha to Denpasar. I had 3 days in Bali. And then I flew to Australia for 3 weeks, 21 days. And then I picked up the plaque, essentially. I went back for my mum's birthday, which was October 10, which we missed, actually. But we had a belated birthday. And then we went for Christmas. And we had an early Christmas in Australia. Although it doesn't feel like Christmas with the warm weather. It was plus 30 Celsius every day we were there. And it was very warm. So yeah, so that's basically, and then I flew back from Perth to Bali, Doha to Moscow about 5 days ago now. 5 days ago? No, it was maybe a week ago now. Jesus, sorry. Yeah, geez, I should say. Yeah, it was a week ago. Oh, a week ago today. Yeah, 7 days ago I flew back. And then I filmed the video at the dark store 2 days later. So I had to sort of set up the date to go and do that and be there for that, because it had to be arranged to go there. Andrea, thank you for the Sikhs, the 50 Sikhs. Thank you so much. SEK, is that Swedish kronas maybe? Swedish kronas? SEKs, thank you. Oh, now it's throwing me off now. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Why did I click that and then click that? What's the camera? It's rotating. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, the Insta360 link, just going back to that camera, I bought that from Avito. I did a live stream, I think, before it, or at least a video or two before it, to somehow fan fund it. And then I bought it from Avito for someone was in Moscow, or I think they were in St. Petersburg, and it came through Europe, I think through Finland. And it's the exact package, sealed, wrapped, original official product. You just can't buy them in Russia. Sorry for the dumbest question of the day. Do you live in a high-rise building? If yes, do you have a beautiful view of Moscow? No, I'm in Moscow region, MCL. I'm about 40 kilometers from Moscow. We are in a high-rise building. We're on the 13th level. It's a 14-level building. There's just one above us. We have a nice view from both windows. One, I call it facing the highway, and one faces the town. So from the bedroom, we've got a very nice view of the Prelivka, the town where I live. You can see the church. You can see the Christmas tree. You can see a little bit of the town. Yeah, I'm not in Moscow. I'm in what's called Moscow region. So it's a little bit further away from Moscow, but definitely a nice view out of the windows. My older videos, if you watch when we were in the same building but a different apartment, the windows looked out over the town because the desk was set up right by the window. But here I'm a little bit more in the middle of the apartment, so no one has to pay for a detergent. In supermarkets, you can get a clean getaway. Yes. What's inside the box? I'm going to hold that off for a little bit. I'm going to tease you a little bit, and we'll open it together. I've set up the camera so we can watch it together, Peter. Yeah, so we'll be able to see basically what's inside. Wow, thank you again for the... So on my other screen over here, I have a delay on the chat, and then I just saw some hearts go flying by. Oh, hundreds going by. So you can press hearts and hundreds. Oh my God, there you go. There's lots of them. Thank you. Not sure what they do for the live stream itself. I think people sharing the live stream, people putting likes, comments, put the reach of the live stream out further. Witchcraft. I'm a scribe from Sydney I'm in Moscow for a few weeks. Would love to catch up for a beer before I return to Sydney. Nathan, you're in Moscow now. I was in Moscow last night. Moscow Center, anyway. Yeah, maybe if you've got Telegram, maybe look for me on Telegram. There's the link in the description. Yeah, I mean, if you're from Australia, of course, I don't know where we could go for a beer. If you know a bar, I could definitely find it and catch you there somehow. No worries. Yeah, well, that's crazy that you're in Australia. You're in Moscow from Sydney. Then basically last week I was in Australia, but I flew via Bali. The tickets are very expensive from Moscow to Australia return. I'm sure Nathan will know that. And I got mine through Bali with Qatar Airways Commando because it was cheaper to fly to Bali. I know it's an excuse to go there as well, but thank you for all the likes, by the way. And we're almost at 100 people watching live. Of course, lots of people watch it on replay and playback. Hello from Finland. Hello, Jamo. Oh, Jamo, Mr. Jamo. I know you watch other live streams. Maybe for sanctions, but I can't get the second one. Oh, you mean the plaques? Yes, they don't send them to Russia. So I always had it planned to be sent to Australia, and then it was a matter of going and get it. I did recommend. I did do a live stream quite a lot of months ago, seeing if I could do basically a fan-funded trip to Bali and back. My parents were there in September, I think, August, September. And I was going to fly there for a week to meet them and get the plaque there, but it didn't work out. And everybody was upset that I was trying to get a free holiday. I was really going to get the plaque, but I'm there. Thank you for the silver award. Yes, we'll see it in a minute. Greetings from Thailand. Johnny, hello. Oh, Andre, you're Swedish. Yes, so that'd be Swedish kronas. Kronas or kronas? Kronas, I think. Thank you so much. Somebody else has wrote in Russian, and then I can't read it now. Gosh, and then I can't scroll back because I don't know where to scroll back. Sorry, what's a black market? Okay, so you mean the dark store? So you really got to watch the video a little bit because it makes sense. If anyone does any online food ordering from an app or from a website and you order food for delivery, it'll either be fulfilled from a local shop or supermarket where you live because you'll have bought from that supermarket brand, and it might be fulfilled from that local supermarket and delivered to you. Or what they're doing now is the supermarket chains are setting up separate supermarkets, kind of more like a warehouse style, of all the goods from the supermarket in a closed store. They call it a dark store. So it's set up very much like a supermarket inside the aisles and the shelves and the lanes and the product layout and all the common products together. But it's only accessible for people that work there. Excuse me. So the pickers that work there pick the orders from a phone tablet. It's actually like it's called a PDT, or a barcode scanner, that's got the app on it that shows the orders that people are doing. And then you can pick the orders by going down the lanes and the aisles to get the stuff. And then the delivery guys, the bike riders or the car drivers, are then waiting for the orders to then deliver them. So it's a little bit different from maybe Uber Food or Yandex Food, where they get sent jobs that they can accept. The dark store actually has the delivery drivers who work for the dark store at that location and then deliver from that store to the nearby region. I guess the video makes a bit of sense when you watch it. Hello, Lily. Hello, Lily Flower. Is that Zeph maybe, or Kyle? Lily Flower is the name of my sister's cat, or sister's children's cat. I wonder if that really is not. Which country in Europe don't use the euro? You don't need to answer. Don't use the euro. I guess like pounds. Oh, I guess that's with the Swedish kronas, I guess. The dark store video, and the salaries on these jobs are pretty good. Yes. They must have lots of applications. They're wanting more. That's actually a bit of the premise of the video. They're looking for more people to get more pickers who want to work in the dark stores. The drivers they get a lot of, or the bike riders, but they always want more because it's just getting more and more and more popular. The picker's job and the salary they get is based a lot around the efficiency of the picker and how quick and good and accurate they are with their orders and how many orders per minute and per hour they can do. The girl that I was with, she was hustling around that store like really quicker than I was walking around. Sergey, hello from St. Petersburg. Happy New Year. Thank you. Yes. Snow and Goddam is what I've got to tell everybody. Sent to Russia with sanctions. No. So yeah, the plaque was sent to Australia because they've stopped sending plaques to Russia full stop. I think probably a year and a half ago now. So anyone who was planning to go over 100,000 now won't get one sent. It'll just be pending or held. I guess you could send another address. I'm not sure. How people will be able to get them going forward. It said you can't buy cola here. Well, you can buy Coca-Cola here. It's just from other countries. Actually, I'm in right there. You can get Iranian Coca-Cola, Afghanistan Coca-Cola, from England, from Germany, from Austria, Kazakhstan. I know the shop where I live, I posted a photo on Telegram last month of, and I know David saw this, there was an Italian bottle of Coca-Cola there. So they're basically made in all the Coca-Cola factories around the world and then still get to Russia. So what's the silly thing is that the factory that was producing Coca-Cola in Russia is not operating, producing Coca-Cola, but all of the other Coca-Colas around the world are still coming here. So you can still get them. It's not really cold. It's actually +3 Celsius today. It was I think it was about 0 or 1 yesterday. I was out in Moscow Center yesterday, walking around and looking at the lights and the decorations and going for kind of like a late lunch. So yeah, I wouldn't say it was cool yesterday. I wouldn't say it was cold. -5, -10, and then onwards to -20 is getting cold. So hello again from Chicago. Congratulations, love the channel. Thank you, Chinook Squad. Is it Chinook is in the ice hockey team? The Chinooks. How did you get to Bashkiria? My grandmother lives there. My wife's family, and my wife is from Ufa, and then Bashkortostan. My wife's from Davlekanova. Originally, that's where her parents are from. So we went there back in summer for a week. No, we weren't there a week. Were we there a week? Doesn't feel like it was that long. We went to Ufa first, and then we drove to Davlekanova, and then we stayed there with my wife's auntie. And then we were in that region for quite a few days. Yeah, from Moscow to Ufa, it's very easy to fly there. So you tell me, I will send you a message. I'm in Moscow region also. Troysk, which I believe not too far from the area where we live. Yeah, Aprelivka or Narofominsk. I'm not sure where Troysk is without looking it up. But D4 train line. It's the last station on the D4 train line. Do you have any suggestions like with X5 Group? Do I have any suggestions? Like with X5 Group? I guess for the jobs. I'm not too sure the suggestions. X5 Group is the company that is the owners of Pitorichka, Perikrostok, and Chizhik, and then also Carousel, which I think the stores are closed now for Carousel. But X5 is, I think they're the largest food company in Russia. I'm almost certain they are. They have to be, based on how many shops they've got. But yeah, I wouldn't probably do the courier job personally because I just get frustrated with the traffic and driving around. I would give it a go probably more in Perth in Australia than I would in Moscow. Just the amount of traffic and the parking and the hassle with finding spots is not as easy as it would be in Australia to do it. Yeah, the dark store video was interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of people liked it. Based on the comments and the fact that it's something different that maybe people weren't expecting to see on the channel as a video. I thought it was I really enjoyed doing it that day, and I would go back tomorrow and do it again. And the whole store, and then the packing out of the store, and the deliveries, and the putting it on the shelves, and that whole thing to make the dark store work is what I really know from Australia. That's what I was doing in supermarkets. Spasiba, thank you. I learned English from your streams. Thank you. Quirt. Quirt as in QWERTY Uiop. Maybe that's your name from the keyboard. If you look at the top row of the keyboard, it's QWERTY Uiop. Thank you, Sergey. I'm a great guy. Thank you so much. 38 days ago. I have the donation alerts tab open because I'm trying to see that it's working smoothly, and it tells you when the last donation was. JC Denton fans. I'm not too sure JC Denton is. I wanted to move to Russia. How could get a place to rent and a job? And do you know a lot of American people living in there? I don't know too many Americans. I know a couple of YouTubers that are Americans. That one's in Moscow particularly. One's in the Far East. Knowing the language would be very helpful for getting a job. Definitely the job I was doing as part of that video would be difficult, not being able to speak, let's say, fluent Russian. You could definitely get around it in terms of hand signals and broken English or broken Russian. You could definitely easily rent a place if you came over here. That would be very straightforward to do. Yeah, I don't really know any. Mostly people that I know here are either other Australians, other lots of Russians, British, I know. How Russian economic crisis changed your situation? I guess banking. I guess the YouTube thing is a problem because I couldn't get the Plaque. Banking is the main one. I can't use my Australian cards here. I couldn't pay for the flight tickets to Australia. I couldn't pay for hotel bookings because you can't use any of the websites or travel websites with Russia as destinations or to or from destinations, like if you booked a flight ticket. That's the main thing that's affected me. You could talk about, the price of certain foods have gone up in price, but that really varies depending on what you eat and what your normal habits are. Otherwise, there's very little other distinct and direct changes to my life, if that makes sense, or like my wife's life and job and things like that. I understand that adverts help pay for YouTube services, but they also totally mess up the sound and image synchronization. I didn't know about that part, Sam, about the last part. Ads, also the thing is you can turn on or off monetization for videos. Pretty much any YouTuber wouldn't turn them off, but the ads that play is really at the discretion of YouTube. So you can choose to put what's called mid-roll ads in a video. And then if YouTube show them to you, it's up to them. And then what ads they put in the ads is up to them as well. What they pay back to the creator is a very tiny amount. Most YouTubers rely on other forms of income beyond the ad revenue. So whatever, like brand deals and things like that, or merchandise. Everything that I don't have is what a lot of YouTubers rely on. Mr. Beast sells chocolate bars. I don't have any Russell chocolate bars yet. Russian cola tasted wrong. The thing is, right, the Coca-Cola around the world tastes different in every country you go to. And a lot of that's dependent on the different sugar. And the American one has high fructose corn syrup. So it's not sugar as in sugar granules. So you can say that tastes different. That makes sense. So yeah, even drinking the Coca-Cola in Bali and then in Australia, they're two different things as well. Great. -21. I'm waiting for minus temperatures. +3 in Moscow today. Well, Moscow region. Maybe it's 1 or 2 Celsius difference in Moscow center, but it's not usually too much different when you compare the two. What does that say in English? Happy New Year. Oh, Snow and Godham. Thank you. Holidays to you and your family. Thank you so much. Glad I found your channel. Nice to hear and see all the lies that feed us are smashed. Yes, I'm not openly talking about that as much in the videos as maybe other YouTube creators do, and are very specific about it and are very outspoken about it. A lot of the videos that I make are just a general overview of what I'm showing. I guess by walking around a supermarket, you can see what I'm showing. You know, you can see the cars on the road. You can see whatever objects are in the background of videos. If that makes sense. How many languages do you speak? I speak only English, technically. It's my only language that I could speak as a conversation language. Russian, I can get by if I was stuck with a few words and, you know, sentences to get conversation going. You know, working on cruise ships for a lot of years, I picked up a lot of words from crew members from other countries. So you can, you know, especially greetings and just general simple words in other languages. To see other parts of the world, especially countries that have supposed sanctions, I guess opposed sanctions or imposed sanctions. Yes. Yeah, I need to go now and go film. I was going to either today or tomorrow go film my local hypermarket and show you the madness of people shopping before New Year, because a lot of people will have tomorrow night will have the New Year celebration at midnight and have a dinner kind of basically before and after midnight, or a feast. Then you eat the food then for the next 10 days after that as well. Are you planning to work more at X5? Well, it's not really X5. Well, I guess it is. The dark store was. The other place I did a day working. Well, that was more of a day working when I did the Chisik video. If anyone's seen the video at Chisik, that was pretty cool as well. I wish it was a Chisik closer to where I was. That was really on the other side of Moscow that I went to. How they came to that store location, I don't know, but there is one down the road from me, about 10 minutes walk, 15-minute walk, which I filmed a video in one. I filmed a video definitely in my local one and one somewhere else as well. Of your loyal, getting in the numbers of your loyal fans. So yeah, there's no plan for it. Literally, people contact me, people send me emails, people ask me to do this, do that, go here, go there. Mostly, I like to do everything on my own. So a lot of the videos where I do walking around supermarkets or shopping center is my own thing. I just go there, walk in and film it. You don't need permission to go to 99% of Russia to film things. It's completely allowed just to walk in and film. Like if I go now to Globus, the hypermarket, I was going to go to that one because I was there last night shopping and it was insane. On the way home from Moscow, I popped in to get dinner. And although I love supermarkets, you know, I love working there. I just don't like shopping in them when I have to shop. And it's like in Australia, you always have that thing. Never go shopping on Saturday morning at a supermarket because it's always hectic. Everyone's not working. And it's better to work there and, you know, you don't see the shoppers when you're working there as much because you're just concentrating on what you're doing for work. I hope to see so many people get to the numbers of your loyal fans. Let's wish that statistics will only increase next year. Yes. There's no goal for the channel going forward, though. I guess the 1 million subscribers is the next plaque. So you go from silver to gold, from 100,000 to 1 million. It's a very long way away, you know, in terms of that plaque, the next plaque. I'd love to visit Russia. Chinook. Oh, Chinook is also the helicopter, isn't it? Chinook? That's the same word. Hello from Iraq. So we have someone from Iran and Iraq in the channel. Hello. So it was Iran or I don't know if we've got both colas in Moscow, the Iran and Iraq one. I'm pretty sure it's Iraq. No, there's an Afghanistan Coca-Cola for sure. I'm not sure if Iran. I'm not sure if there's a Coca-Cola from there. I've covered a couple of the Iranian cars that I saw. Pizza makes great neighbors because they are always coming around to you. Oh, now I feel like Pizza Sam when you mention that. There's a pizza place outside the window that I showed. It's not the best pizza. It's really pizza when you're hungry. It's not the most enjoyable pizza. My Dodo pizza is about 20 minutes away. That's much nicer. Happy New Year. Thank you, Kara. Kara Ruz. Thank you. Thanks for the whole year's videos. The year was not easy for me, and I hope the next one will be much better. Alex from Govorovo. Yes. I think for a lot of people, I mean, I went through a bit of cold and flu a couple of months ago. I was struggling for a couple of weeks in a row. I mean, my mum and dad back in Australia, my mum's gone through some different illnesses. My dad doesn't want to go to the doctor, even though he should. So it's, everybody's got something, right? I mean, it's my wife, she has a leg injury from a few years ago. We were in a car crash about 2 years ago, and she's still got side effects of that from when it happened at the time. They a little bit misdiagnosed what happened to her leg, so it didn't heal properly originally. So yeah, hopefully next year will be better. Yeah, I mean, I think there's still a bit of a hangover from COVID and all of that from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So we need that nice, quiet, calm year ahead of us. You're a cool guy. Thank you. At the expo, you saw a cleaning machine. Yes, Mr. Jammo, you watched the Kapak convention video, Kapak Expo. Yes, and actually, as soon as I saw it, I thought about it straight away. And that was a company that sells the ride-on cleaning machines. Yes, that's quite funny, Mr. Jammo, that you mentioned that. Are you ever going to do a pharmacy video? The couple of local pharmacies that I went to, one I was basically shooed out of. The lone lady was very emotional about me filming. There isn't really big pharmacies here. There's lots and lots of tiny store size little pharmacies. There isn't big pharmacies that would make a long video to film in. Maybe if I go to a shop, sometimes there's one at different shopping centers. They don't have a pharmacy section in supermarkets. It's always separate pharmacies or aptekas. Yes, Mexican Coca-Cola is the best. I agree. Totally agree. Yes. And you like German Coca-Cola? Maybe they've got a good ingredient list in Germany as well. I've had the Mexican one a lot when I was on cruise ships. I was buying it in Progreso, Mexico. I even took the empty bottles back the next cruise and got the refund on the glass bottles. That's how dedicated I was with buying them in Mexico. I usually buy like 6, put them in a bag, bring them back to the ship, put them in the fridge. But it's okay in Europe. Yes. Yeah, once you get that taste of the American Coca-Cola and you've had it from other countries, like especially when you're on the cruise ships that go to Mexico and back, the ship on board has the US product. Yeah, you definitely taste that difference. And you should do a video together with Wild Siberia. He's a long way from that situation, he needs a visa to come back to Russia. That's the first problem. And then I guess his partner or his girlfriend is not from Moscow. They were living in the far east of Russia. It sounds so easy, right? Just to come and move to Moscow and live here, especially from a distant part of Russia. Opening a restaurant, my gosh, that would be a lot of money financially. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's something he wants to do. It's just a bit of a long way off. First, he needs to get a visa to come back to Russia. That's the next thing he needs to do. Is the best. Jarrito Orange is I don't know this one. Jarrito Orange is the best. Thanks, James. I don't know if we have it in Moscow, though, now to go and look for it. Damien, hello from sunny Canberra. Yes, I was in Australia. Well, it would be, we had 4 days in Bali, and I've been back a week. So I'm trying to think what day we flew. We flew on the 18th of December from Perth. 18th, we flew out of Perth. It was Monday morning. Monday afternoon, we flew. from Perth to Bali. Yeah, beautiful weather. The whole 3 weeks in Perth. It was insane how nice it was. I watched some of the cricket, by the way, yesterday and the day before. Now now is the Big Bash to look forward to now. No, get like 10 days off. Yes, starting in the next couple of days or after New Year. Are they paid days off, or how does that work? Depends on the job you're in. Most people who would be in government positions, it's different to people that work in normal. I mean, everywhere else still opens and operates. The whole country doesn't shut for 10 days, but most of the government and administrations are closed for that 10 days. But my local shop would be open anywhere at the local shops, at the train station, shopping center. The trains and buses and everything are running on the same schedules. But yeah, there's a 10-day break where you can't do a lot of things administration wise or paperwork wise, document wise for 10 days. Yeah, it would depend on the job. If you're in a job where you'd get paid holidays or, paid leave or not, that would vary a little bit. Congratulations again. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm very happy for you, sir. Thank you, Fly Sky. Thank you. That's very nice of you as well. I've never been to Australia. Yeah, it's a long way from Russia. Yeah, I mean, look, you can fly. Qatar Airways flies. I think it's even must be once or twice per day. I think they fly out of Moscow to Doha. Etihad flies out of here. Emirates flies out of Moscow. All of these are all still completely operating. You could fly via China, so Moscow to China to Australia. You could fly. Actually, I met somebody in the swimming pool the morning we were leaving, or we flew in the from Bali to Doha. We flew in the evening, so I was in the pool after breakfast. There was a British couple sitting there, and I was chatting to them. And they flew from England via Istanbul with Turkish Airlines. So I could actually fly from Moscow from Vnukovo Airport to Istanbul and Istanbul to Bali. So I didn't realize it was possible, but the way they flew, they did that. But yeah, the only it's not really any quicker way. It's 5 hours to Doha, and then the flight to Bali is 10 hours. So the flight from Doha to Perth is about 12 or 13 hours. Polly Dolly, thank you. Thank you so much. Slang for Canadian. Oh, Chinook is a Canadian. Thank you, James. What are you drinking now? I don't have a drink. I didn't pour myself a drink. I do have Chernogolovka Mandarin. Seen as mandarins are the thing at Christmas time. I didn't pour myself to have a drink. I did drink earlier a strawberry yogurt, though. These are very nice. They're basically liquid yogurt in a bottle. They're kind of healthy to have. Perth is nothing more than a big country town. Oh, a lot of Australians will say that until they come to Perth. Yeah, we switch the lights off at 5 p.m. Everybody goes to bed. There's no traffic in the evenings. It's all quiet. Yes, people still joke about Perth being like that. Congrats, Chook. Thank you. Oh, Crook. Oh, Crook Kim. Lebanese restaurants in Moscow. There probably is. I don't know of specifically any. There is a lot of food courts in shopping centers and there's actually standalone food eateries. There's the couple of them in the center of Moscow where they've got a lot of international foods. Very, very nice food. It's like a food court with international foods that they have. There's the one there at Belaruskaya metro station. A depot, it's called. Depot. And it was, I think it was a bus depot before or a train depot. I think it was a bus depot. And it was closed for a lot of years. And they basically completely remodeled the whole buildings. And then they put all food outlets in there. And then they've got tables and chairs. Very nice place. Do you miss the heat? I was getting a little bit tired of it being basically 30 plus degrees and sunny every day for those 3 weeks. It was literally the same weather every day of the week. We did drive down south to Margaret River for 3 days. We went to Margaret River and Bustleton, so it was a little bit cooler when we went down there. I knew coming back to Moscow it was going to be cold. I mean, +3 today is actually warm. So 29 degrees is nice in Perth. That's the ideal weather. You don't want 39. 29 is fine, you know. Love your content. Thank you. I'm not sure if you did before a video about the rules for foreigners to work in Russia, but it would be interesting. Yeah, it's a tough video to make, to talk about it in a video. Going to do like the video at the dark store like I did, it's something you can mention. You really need to have a residency to be able to work in Russia. You can't come on a tourist visa and work. So basically, the visa that I have, I could work with that visa because it's a residency visa in a job, and a full-time job or a part-time job. Yeah, it's very just difficult to make a standalone video about it. Love your videos. Thank you. I caught. What should I have told everyone to talk about you and to watch you? Great job. Thank you, William. Wow. Got hooked on your videos. Yeah, it's an interesting style that I do. I know some people don't like the fact that I talk a lot in the videos. That's really the part of the videos that I'm trying to get across, is doing detailed conversation in whatever I'm showing, be it an apartment or a park or a shopping center. So it's a style of video that I did when I was doing the cruise ship videos on another channel, and it worked. How can an Australian move to Russia to live? You could come here on a student visa. You can come here on some kind of a work visa where you'd get especially sponsored to get a work visa. A lot of school teachers come to do this, to teach English in schools. I guess me being married to a Russian is helpful. My wife actually does have Australian residency for Australia, so she has Australian, what's the visa called? Australian residency visa. So we both have, I have the Russian one for here, my wife has the Australian one for Australia. So her next step is to get citizenship, which would be about a year away for us to do that, for her to get citizenship and then get an Australian passport. Yeah, there is steps that you can do to move here. A lot of people come here on some kind of a student or study visa and then move over to a residency visa after that. Yeah, tennis. Yes. Come up, Russell. Yeah, Australia and England yesterday. I think I didn't watch really today's because it wasn't really teams I wanted to watch. The United Cup. My sister, my mum and my nephew were at the stadium in Perth yesterday to watch it. The what's it called? Perth Arena in Perth. Hello from Thailand. Hello, Amir Silon. My husband gets paid if off. Yeah, right. Depends on the job you're in. I think it varies a lot with the way the basically working days and what's called non-working days. YouTube is definitely staying in Russia. Definitely, it's not going anywhere. No matter the talk about it for the last 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. What do you do for live? I make these videos. This is what I do to live and to afford living here. My wife does work as well. So, hello, hi from Macedonia. Macedonian community in Australia is huge. They're everywhere from Perth to Sydney. Your last video was very interesting. We enjoyed it. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, a lot of Macedonians, a lot of Serbians, former Yugoslavians. I'm almost certain the lady at the bank was from Macedonia, at the Commonwealth Bank. I dealt with one before I got to Australia. Then when I was in Australia, I'm sure they were both Macedonians. Yes, a lot. Basically, a lot from the 80s, well, 70s, 80s, 90s. There's a lot of immigration from Europe to Australia. A lot of Italians, Yugoslavians. I think. Yeah, are there any vegan restaurants in Russia? There's a lot of people who eat very healthfully. I'm not sure specifically vegan restaurants, but there's a lot of healthy options in restaurants when you go to eat and dine. You can give us a tour of the Laque Center. It's the tallest building in Europe. Yeah, I've not. The 2 times I've been to St. Petersburg were both to make videos. So I was there very quickly, kind of there in and out. So I didn't really see too much apart from in the minibus getting driven around. Do you like Gordon Ramsay's cooking videos? I've watched a couple of Gordon Ramsay's ones. The ones where he cooks in his kitchen, and his daughter Tilly is his daughter's name's Tilly. He's very good when he's around his kids and he's got doing the videos from his kitchen. He's very different on the TV to how he is when he does like the family things on his own channel. I sometimes do Google him to look up like roast dinner recipes or how to do pork crackling or roast beef and things like that. My wife doesn't like watching the videos. I put them on for her to watch, and she doesn't like it so much. What I like about your channel is it's not political. Yes, I am fed up with all. Yes, correct, Andrea. I agree with you. And that's the whole thing with this channel on YouTube, and then also the Telegram channel. So Traveling with Russell channel on Telegram. Definitely all the people in there are very normal. And I guess everyone has an opinion of things, and we all kind of have an opinion. But in the Telegram chat, it's definitely not spoken about we talk about where everybody's from and what the differences are where we live, but it doesn't become political. If your child goes to high school, then how to stay? I'm not too sure, Polly, about that. Sorry. In Perth and Sydney. I guess if you mean going to Australia from Tennessee. Oh, cool. Tennessee. Action Jackson Outdoors. Love your channel. Thank you. Thumbs up. I'm from Israel. Eva, hello. I know it's a tough place to be at the moment. I hope everything's okay. Where you are? I know look, there's a lot of places all around the world that's got something going on. It's just not as highlighted. Can you get good coffee at cafes in Russia? Yes, there is coffee shops everywhere in Moscow and in Russia, probably depending on the city you're in. Yesterday when we were walking around Moscow, there was 4 in a row coffee shops. There's definitely plenty of people in them buying coffee. So Bondi Rescue. Yes, my wife loves Bondi Rescue. And Bondi Vet, anyone from Australia knows, or there are new episodes coming up. I don't know about new episodes. My wife could watch that over and over and over again. Bondi Rescue. Bondi Vet I didn't really watch personally, but I know Bondi Rescue because my wife would watch it when we were living in Australia. She watched it although we cannot travel direct from the UK at the moment. Yeah, you can get flights to Istanbul. So whatever London airport to Istanbul and Istanbul to Moscow with Turkish Airlines. There's not a direct flight, but with one connection, it's not really a problem. Thank you. You're a gem. Thank you so much. How do you stay if mum and child stay in Moscow, visa or? I guess if you've got relatives here, then you can get some kind of a visa with a family status. I don't really know the ins and outs of the visa system here. I just know the visa that I got was based around being married here. So they put a lot of weight on the family side of the relationship for visa applications and then also with kids. Dreamy, hello from Sweden. Carbon they want to reduce. With the carbon they want to reduce. Captain, hello. Oh, how's it going? Contrast to Medicare in Australia. Basically, if you're sick, you can go to a hospital. There is public hospitals. There's one down the road from us. We could literally walk there. It's as close to the supermarket it is to the local hospital in Aprelivka where I am. You can also go to private healthcare as well. So you could go to either the hospital and go to a public doctor, or you can go to there's private clinics close to where we live here. I know my wife goes to a doctor in Moscow. She doesn't go to one in Aprelivka because she likes that clinic and that doctor that she goes to. Yeah, basically healthcare is free if you go to a public hospital. Just take your documents. It's not that expensive for private healthcare here. Definitely cheaper than it would be in Australia. In all the years I've lived here, I've not got sick that I've needed to use. I've been once to the hospital when I hurt my leg. I've been maybe once. Well, I've been a few times to the dentist, but that's private, so you just pay basically whatever their fees are. Definitely there is healthcare available in Russia. I mean, people will sometimes say it's not as good as other countries, but it's definitely here. It's definitely free if you want to take that option of free healthcare. The bag on your back looked huge when full. Would that be? It would be heavy. Yes. For anyone's back, I'm concerned about possible back injuries. Yeah, it's very well. The way it sits on your back, it's very good. Generally, though, the people don't wear them on their back unless they're doing the walking couriers. Like if they're in the center of Moscow, and they might go between places in the center to deliver, particularly food delivery guys that do the food delivery. Most of the time, that box is strapped on the back of the bicycle on these electro bikes or the battery operated bikes. So they're not wearing it on their back physically. In the center, you do see them from different food delivery companies or different courier companies wearing them. And you'll always see them when they get on the train or the metro. They take them off because they're just a bit awkward to walk around in a bit of a crowd. But definitely, like where people would do the car ones, they'd actually have that box in the car and they'd walk the bags out into the box for delivery. And then they carry the bags out and take it to the person. It was a little bit exaggerated the way I did it, wearing the jacket and the bag, but it just made a better video. I wasn't in the mood in Moscow. I was there last night. It was very busy in Moscow last night in the center. A lot of people go to see the lights, obviously the cold weather, the snow, the lights. I think the mood feels good. You know, it just felt busy last night, that it's just a lot of people. And in a way, for me, it was like too many people. But, you know, the thing is, when you've got a population of over 15 million in Moscow, you don't need a lot of people to make somewhere busy. Resume in Beijing flights. Maybe this connection will make it a lot easier to travel to Australia. Yeah, I mean, you can fly through China now. I think it's China Eastern Airlines. I'm not too sure the name of the one. I looked up one of the flights that did that flight to Bali, but it wasn't that much cheaper. It's definitely cheaper than Qatar Airways, but it wasn't that much cheaper. That I was happy to fly Qatar Airways, which I've flown before, so no longer free to see GPs in a lot of places. Yeah, the bulk billing and things like that. Yeah, and I guess then you pay the Medicare levy as part of taxes in Australia as well. Even last year, I had to pay Medicare levy. I did my tax return while I was in Australia for last calendar year, and I saw that Medicare levy added as a payment because I didn't have income in Australia as a job. So when will you come to Tatarstan? If you buy me a ticket, I'll be there tomorrow. Well, day after. We are looking to go back to Kyrgyzstan to visit my neighbor that was living in this building. He's invited us back. I'm not too sure, either January or February. We're going to try to make it to visit them again. Fireworks, no fireworks. Fireworks will be on New Year's Eve. I don't know if they've officially got them scheduled this year. The last couple of years in a row, they've cancelled them. For about 3 years in a row, I think. They've not had them officially in Moscow. But there's a lot of people. There's fireworks shops set up everywhere where you can buy your own fireworks. There's at least 2 in very short distance to my apartment where you can buy them. So one of the Bondi Rescue guys was in Home and Away. Really? Hoppo. I remember one of the guys' name was Hoppo on Bondi Rescue. Hoppo. I don't know all their names. I remember that guy's name. Vance, hello. Thank you. Ledat? Led Star. Sorry. From Romania. Oh, Cefac. Mulțumesc. Russell, you can be called a store star. Yes. Someone actually did mention in a comment, and I didn't reply to them. Why do you have such a love for supermarkets? I worked in them. I worked in retail for all my life. I worked on cruise ships in duty free and doing alcohol, tobacco, food, snacks, candy. I worked in airports doing that as well. So the retail overlap has just gone on since I was 14 years old. And when I came back to Australia during COVID, I went to work in supermarkets. So it was just an easy connection with the YouTube channel. +2 in Moscow, but it's going to be really cold soon. Yes. I think now it's the weekend. So I guess next week it's going to get very cold by the end of next week. No, China Eastern Airlines, yes. Do you have Uber in Russia? There used to be, but Uber's gone. Or a Russian company offering. Yeah, Yandex Go is the same as, Yandex Go is better than Uber. Uber tried to come to Russia, and I'm pretty sure Yandex bought out Uber, or they closed them down or something. Far better, far more cars, far more accessibility with Yandex, or Yandex Go is the app. That's the app that we use the taxi from the airport back home last week when we came home. Yeah, very easy to use to get a taxi. Literally just pull it up on your phone, and they're downstairs. I get them sometimes when I go from here to the train station, even though it's only a couple of kilometers. I'll just get a taxi because it's very cheap. From Murmansk, Nelly. Oh, hello. Long-time watcher of the channel. Love Russia and the culture. Hope everyone, family enjoying the time together. No amount of gifts matter. Yeah. Right. Melanie. Hello. Melanie. Hope you enjoyed your stay with yeah, it was very nice. Yes. No amount of gifts matter is the time you spend with your parents. Yes, absolutely. It was very, very nice. Yeah, basically, I know the thing was, it was like we kind of just missed my mum's birthday because it was October 10 and we were there in November. Well, December, basically. And then we had a Christmas party. We had a Secret Santa party where we exchanged gifts. It was really cool. That was unbelievably cool. Thank you. Happy New Year. Yes. Also, Harry's and Maxi. Yes, you know all the names. Oh, now you know them. Yes. Hoppo, Harry's, and Maxi. Ryan Clark. Yeah, I never used to watch really Home and Away. I used to watch Neighbours. So, what about the furthest from Australia place you've ever visited? It could be a city or just some kind of national park. I worked on cruise ships for a lot of years. I actually lived in Grand Turk, which is the capital of Turks and Caicos, which is the island chain south of Florida, and then, basically south of Cuba. East of Cuba, I guess. That's geographically the other side of the world from Australia. 7 miles by 2 miles the island was. I was there for just over a year. Went to help them work I worked in the duty-free shop on the island where the cruise ships would come into and sail in and out of. And I went to teach the staff how to sell lots of duty-free. So that's geographically probably the furthest place that I've lived. In the cruise ships sailing in the Caribbean. Did the crossing from Europe a couple of times through the Panama Canal. Nellie's hasn't been. Yeah, thank you. God, you get married. We got married in Russia, not in Australia, by the way. We're not expecting children. No children in the books, on the plans in the short term. So yeah, we got married here in Russia in the Zags 4 is one of the marital places in Moscow. It's where a lot of the foreigners get married in Moscow. So, all right, let's move on. Now, hopefully this will go smooth. And we're going to open the YouTube play button. It's called a play button, right? Now, the thing is, I've got the camera on the widest possible setting. So I hope this goes smoothly. I'm going to move the microphone away. Maybe I'll see if I can turn it slightly. That might be good. Now, if this works, let me see. Let me press this button. No, this one. This one. No. This one. So here is actually the play button right here. If anyone wants to send me something to Australia, that's my address in Australia. Oh, maybe I should be covering everything up. Yeah, I guess there's a couple of different addresses. High Wycombe actually is a place in Perth. It's a suburb in Perth. I wonder if that's like the delivery, I guess the parcel service that sent it on to me. I'm not too sure. Please paste on package the sticker for delivery. For safety reasons. Okay. Yes. So nobody knows where I live, right? Do people really go back and like pause the video and have a look at the address and the place? All right. So I did actually open the sides here. There was tape here and here and here and here and here and around the back. And I did actually, let's put that there. Where is that the only one? And there's one here. Let's put that one here for a second. Yeah. So I did actually untape this, but I've not actually opened it or seen it, even in Australia until now. So this is kind of crazy. I'm guessing this is all of the different ways it got delivered. It does say that it came from Society Awards, YouTube, Grove, Oakland. Okay, I guess that's no, that's Oklahoma. Grove, Oklahoma, USA. It came from. So, yeah. And my dad received it in Australia. Well, it'd be quite a few months ago now when he originally got it. But maybe because it meant to look official. Yeah, this is exactly how it came with the extra tape. It's been a little bit in the wars, a little bit. I had it in my luggage. I had it in my travel bag. Yeah, so it's been in the wars a little bit. But this is exactly what they post to you. They don't hide the YouTube logo in posting it. Thank you, Polly. My young son said, congratulations. Yes, thank you. Russell, is a salary for your efforts. I'm not sure where the salary is. Use paint markers to hide your address. Well, yeah, once we've opened it, I guess everybody, yes. You have a nice shirt. Thank you. Thank you, Polly. Yeah, I got this in Australia, by the way. I went to a golf shop to get this. Not the normal store that I used to go to buy things. So what we'll do is we'll whip that off there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it like this. So, and then hopefully when we do that, so there's a couple of things that come in here. Now, I've actually watched other people's unboxings of Plaque, so I did know roughly what was going to come inside. So the one thing that it comes with, it says there, oh, recognize your team. That's upside down. This is a fancy camera that lets you do this desk view, by the way. So I can actually order another one. Now, I was kind of thinking I should order one that'll stay in Australia and have one that'll stay in Russia. Now I can't see the chat if it's going past. Sorry if you're now typing something. So, or attack and get not so nice mail. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully not. So yeah, you can actually order more of them. The ones that you order from here out, you pay for, by the way. This one is free. YouTube send this to you in recognition. And this is actually something that's, oh, this is very weird. So they send you this little card here, packaged by Rick. Now, this is the guy that works at the Plaque factory. It's a real guy. And there is actually some YouTubers that have sought to find this guy, this packaged by Rick guy. And he's become a little bit of a cult hero in the YouTube space because he's the only guy that's got the packaged by Rick thing. And you know, sometimes when you ever look at your shoes or clothes inspected by, there's usually like a letter. So this says packaged by Rick, and there's actually even people who collect these cards, and they ask them from other YouTubers. And then there's a letter here. I guess we can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. I think this is the zoom button, isn't it? Yes. Look at this. How cool is this? Do you remember your first subscriber? Now, my first subscriber, well, my second one is my sister's son. And my first subscriber is a friend who lives in Belgium. And he was somebody that worked on cruise ships with me. So yeah, I do remember my first and second subscriber. On your 1,000th subscriber. I don't know who my 1,000th one was. Chances are you do. And you know well that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. Fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, recognition of the video. No matter how they came to your channel, your audience stayed, and numbers increased because of you and the community you've built, which is everybody watching this video. Sorry, I can't now show my face to do that. We're proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with this Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know your fans can't wait for you to amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach a million subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000 subscriber? And this is actually signed. Let me just take that off the screen. Sorry. Oh, I can't hide that one either. And this is actually signed by the new CEO of YouTube, Neil Mohan. And quite for a lot of years, it was a lady that was in charge, and now it's a man. So yeah, this is a certificate. It's actually on like a hard piece of paper or cardstock. I'm not using my overhead camera very well, am I? Let me zoom back there. And then, you all ready for this? The big reveal? Oh, and there's a reflection of me in the screen as well. Oh, that's a little bit crazy. Presented to Traveling with Russell for passing 100,000 subscribers. Let's see if we can take it out here. Oh, it's actually quite heavy. Oh, the photo of me doesn't look very good, but now let me just close this. You put this right on top so we can see it. And on the back, there's a couple of holes, and it's got like that velvet feel to it. It's heavy-ish, let's call it. Wow, that's very cool. Sorry, I'm looking at myself in the mirror of it, and there's a fingerprint on the top there. Packaged by Rick. Rick, did you not have gloves on when you put it in there? On this camera, you can see everything. So there you have it, everybody. How cool is that? Let me go back to this view. Now you can see yourself in the mirror, anybody? If anybody's... This is my screen, by the way. You can see the chat right there. And then I've got my second screen where I've got the camera view, and then the second chat. And then that's the donation alerts bar right there. It's a bit awkward to show it without going the reflection in the mirror, isn't it? Wow. That's very cool. And I guess if I can hang it on something, on an existing hook that's already got another painting on it or a picture in the house. But there we go. If you guys want to chat to yourself, you'll be live on the chat right there. That's kind of cool. Sorry for just looking and staring at it, but yeah, I haven't seen that before now. I did open the tape, but I didn't open the box because, and even in Australia, I had it there for the 3 weeks. in Bali. Then I had it. Then I had it in and out of my bag so many times through the airport because I had to have it in my carry-on bag. And I like this top-down camera, by the way. Check that out. Let me see if I can go back. Let me just go back to that. Oops. And it goes like that, really very fast. Is my number 2 one working? Yes. You can see it getting a little bit darker outside. Now, full frame me. There we are. Let me see where I missed the live chat. Maybe everybody didn't chat so much. Happy New Year from St. Louis, Missouri. No left turns. Thank you. Fun to watch how familiar Russians are to Americans. Yes, especially things like supermarkets and shopping centers. Where is Jay Tulip? She's not been in the channel for a while. Jay Tulip and her husband. Yeah, the most interesting moment. Sorry if I delayed it till an hour and 20. Yeah, my polo shirt. My mum and my wife were both so happy that I finally bought something that's not black. I used to wear black polo shirts for work when I worked on cruise ships, and then when I worked in Perth, actually I had a red one a lot, and depending on the store I'd go to, black ones. So yeah, I've got quite a few different. You'll probably see them in future videos. Different polo shirts from Adidas. I found a nice polo golf shop that sold very nice polos. I just Polly Dolly, silver play button. Yes, a lot of you. Jay has her channel. Oh, okay. I think she was filming something in London at some point, right? Oh, you found her on. She's a moderator on Wild Siberian's channel. Well, there you go. So she didn't go too far. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, green tea. My wife loves green tea, by the way. I moved to Russia, Eva. Okay, maybe you're here. Russell, you are joyful. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. I wish donation alerts would work so I can prove that it's working. I had problems with it 38 days ago, and I have problems with it today. Wish you all the best for the future. Thank you. Dylan's Adventures, Aviation and Rail Travel. A long YouTube name. Are you okay when you tell people that when they ask you? I have a thing called a elevator pitch. Has anyone ever heard of an elevator pitch? You've got to be able to pitch something or sell something or talk about something in the time that you enter an elevator and exit an elevator. And is it easy, Dylan, for you to tell people your channel name when you got it that long? I do watch, not really rail. I watch the guy that does the airplanes. He's from England, but he lives in Texas now. I've forgotten his channel name. But he does mostly airline reviews. Is accurate with the papers and packaging. Yes. Yeah, packaged by Rick. It's very famous, that part. Believe it or not. Someone's wrote in Russian, but I can't read it. Vismo. Oops. Was there a reward for working for the West? Guess you mean working in Australia? They pay me every week. Okay, welcome, Russell. Good luck. Video 500 celebrities and thanks. Supersonic love. Hypersonic. That's a lot of love. Thank you so much. Thank you. Shotgun. Thank you so much. Oh, these icons don't come up when you do them. Life in Europe, East versus West. Never ever give up. Thanks. Yeah, I'll keep going and keep making videos. So yeah, I'm not stopping making YouTube videos, by the way. Quite a few people have mentioned that I've given up YouTube to work as a courier driver. The 3 weeks or the 4 weeks leading up to that video, I was in Australia and Bali. If anyone does follow on Telegram, I posted photos daily, literally daily. I'm sure people like David knows that. And if Joanna's watching still, I post a lot of stuff from travels. David, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. That's so nice of you to send a super sticker. And I think it's a pizza. Oh, no, is it a symbol? I thought it was a Italian pizza. Oh my gosh, how much I would love to come for a pizza at your place. There's times when you just want pizza, and then my wife doesn't really love pizza, by the way. And then sometimes she'll just come home with it, and she'll buy it from that place down the road that we don't love, but it just hits the spot, right? Thank you, David. Nancy, also thank you. 19. Thank you so much, Nancy. Nancy Mitchell, no comment. And also, David, thank you. I really appreciate where people are sending super chats. It's so nice of you. I don't know if David noticed on my last post or so on Telegram, I put up my crazy idea of buying an apartment again. And when I did it originally, we were at 70,000 subscribers when I last did that crazy idea of buying an apartment from YouTube. Oh, well done again, Russell. What's your next achievement goal that you want for the future? Yes, actually, this is interesting. So, yeah, we are looking to buy an apartment here in Moscow. We're actually tomorrow, we're going to go look at one. I won't be able to film it unless the people are super nice and they're amazing the minute we walk in. But my wife, literally, tomorrow is the earliest of the whole week. This week, we found a place in this building that's for sale that we would love to try to buy. The problem is the bank here doesn't really like you if you don't have a job here. In Australia, they don't like when you work for YouTube, well, make videos on YouTube and don't have a job either. So this is the challenge we might have. But yes, our goal in the coming 6 months is to try to figure out a way to buy an apartment, probably with the bank's help, probably with YouTube's help, probably with all of your help. Yeah, a lot of stuff I can't talk about in terms of the money side of it because it sounds like I'm talking about money and I shouldn't be. So, yeah, the goal is to go and look at this place tomorrow, and then hopefully somehow we can figure out a way that we can move forward and not. This is a rented place. We don't want to live in a rented place. We like this place and we love this place actually. Probably not in the condition it's in, but we like this building, we like this area, we like this region. So thank you, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Fortuna, David. It's just the start. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, don't drop it. Yeah, I've carried it from Australia to Russia. I did have that idea of carrying it under my arm if they were worried about my weight of my bag, because it probably weighs at least 1 kilo. But yeah, even my wife's asked me, why haven't you opened it after a week of getting here? We were wanting to do a live stream in Australia with my parents, but they weren't so foregoing on being on the video. So congrats, Russell. Thank you, Andre. Matthew, thank you so much. Again, I can't show when you. Oh, that emoji shows up there. Oh, that's strange. Sometimes the emojis don't show up when you do them. Thank you, Andre. You're our Australian starlet. Wow, that's crazy. You worked hard for it. Yes. Did you celebrate Xmas on the 25th or on the 7th? Yeah. So we kind of. We would celebrate it on the 25th if I was in Australia. My sister had a Christmas party on the 25th in Australia, which we would have been invited to her place. And there was about 20 people over at her house for a party. We did actually have one Well, what day did we do it? I don't remember. The 18th, 15th, no, 16th. We had it on the 16th of December. We had one intentionally early because we were there and we could do it in Australia. And there was 15 of us that had a gift swap and a Christmas dinner cooked by my mum, my sister, my wife. So we all, I didn't do too much in terms of no, I did. I peeled the potatoes and the carrots. So yeah, I did help out a little bit. So we didn't really do anything on 25th here because my wife has been working all week. Literally, she's barely been home. Although she works in the building down the stairs in the same building, she's barely been here from morning till night. It's been very busy for her. So we'll do something for New Year's Eve. For tomorrow night, we're going to cook food, and it'll just be the two of us at home watching TV. And then we were going to go into Moscow the next couple of days for a walk around and stuff like that. And go and see the Christmas decorations and lights and things like that. So, yeah, we're going to go look at this apartment tomorrow. I don't know what time. I don't tend to know things till after. So we'll see how that goes. I might post a photo on the Telegram channel of it. It's the same layout as this place, but a little bit different. So, the wide open Soviet squares and sidewalks. Yes, that's something you definitely get all over Russia. And even that kind of that Soviet feel, when you watch old TV shows, here is just TV on the channel, but when you watch other YouTubers and things like that, then when you're here, you kind of understand it more. Yeah, on the 6th and 7th, we will also do something. Sorry, just going back to this comment. 6th night till the 7th will be when they have the midnight speech from the president on TV. Thank you, MCL. Thomas in Germany, hello. Hello in Germany. Your home is cozy, yes. It's very nice. Yeah, we've kind of made it nice since we moved in. The furniture is part of the actual apartment, so this is not all our furniture. The place, if we can buy this place we want to go look at tomorrow, then we're going to be eating dosarak or beans on toast or pot noodles for a long time, if we can work it out. Maybe I'll do some sort of live stream. I don't switch it off, the live stream, until we get the apartment style. I don't think that would work, but congratulations with all of our hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you, really and truly. We are going to go a little bit longer for the live stream. We normally go to 2 hours, by the way. So if anyone's leaving or staying or coming or going. Dean, hello in the UK. How's it going? I'm going to watch the darts later, by the way. No, it's not tonight. Is it tonight? The 16-year-old guy against Raymond van Barneveld. If you watch darts, I assume everybody knows every sport in the world where they live. So, a friend from Russia told me about your channel. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Wow. Enjoy the rest of your day, Kay. Love and peace to all. Thank you, Matthew. If you were waiting for the unboxing and then left, it's still over here on the side. You can hide your address, use a paint marker. Yeah, I probably should have done that, but it's okay. My dad will get some post or a postcard or something. Polly, I can't. Oh, okay. Good luck to you and stay the same cheerful person. Yes, always. Does YouTube sell apartments? No, it's on the website on Avito or Cian here in Russia. No buying apartments. We really want to live in our own apartment. We've rented here for the last couple of years, and even when we were in Australia, we were renting somewhere. So we want to live somewhere that we can put pictures on the wall, that we can change the color of the wallpaper, we can change the cloth on the table here, things like that. Nicole, hello. Oh, a channel member. Good to see you. Thank you, Nicole. And thank you for been a part of the channel and to get 100,000 subscribers. You were in Australia. Yes, we were there for 3 weeks. I didn't film any videos. I barely used my camera. I just took photos, like family photos and stuff like that. Some pictures when we were out and about. I literally didn't film anything. I was trying to go and do a couple of supermarket videos. In Australia, it's trespassing and illegal to film in a public place. Well, in a private building, it's in a public place, in a shopping center or supermarket. So I had a little bit of pushbacks when I wanted to film videos, so I just gave up. There are drunken bears walking in the faces. My mum and dad understand that I've lived here for a lot of years. They see different news to what the news I see. So it's a little bit awkward watching Australian news while I was over there, showing things that are a little bit differently explained to what's happened or happening. So they know, where we live. They know where we are geographically to everything else. Hello from Canada. Crazy dude. Hello. I'm off now, but congrats and again, thank you, Life in Europe. Thank you so much. If you've gone already. Sending cokes. Oh, Malani, thank you. I've switched off both of my phones so I didn't interrupt the speed of the internet. So if you've sent coke, thank you so much. It's just funny that one of the gifts I got for New Year is Coca-Cola also. Thank you, Joanne, if you're still watching. You'll find a way, Russell. Yes. Yeah, it's going to be tricky, but the one thing that's difficult is, where you think about asking family or friends and things like that, and you don't really want to ask family and friends, but we don't know. Stay until the end. Yes, we'll be here for about 15 minutes. As long as the chat keeps going or people ask me questions, I can easily jump in there. It's just a shame I can't put the plaque behind me to show that I've revealed it. Superstar Russell. Oh, you're done with darts? Yes. Since Phil the Power Taylor left. I think you mean Phil the Power Taylor. Barney. Yes. Well, it's pretty cool. You know the names of things that I happen to watch. YouTube. You're going to come to Russia for living. Okay. Nice. Oh, lots of Russian comments now. You look healthier today. Yeah, I feel better. This red on my forehead is, we're going to go and see, actually, after New Year, after this 10-day holiday, we are going to go to a specialist about my skin and the red that's in my skin from time to time and see what it is. My wife thinks it's eating too much chocolate and Coca-Cola and certain foods that I might be allergic to, but we're not sure what it is, which specific one it is. So yeah, I definitely feel better. I had a very bad headache last night, but I think it's the weather, like the warm weather versus the cold weather. But headaches, you can just have a tablet and you're good, so I like Sky News Australia, especially some series they make. Yeah, well, my mum and dad have got Foxtel when it's got Sky News on there. They don't actually watch. They watch the news on the free-to-air television in Australia, so they don't watch the Sky News. I know which one you mean. They don't watch it, although they've got it as a paid channel on their TV. They don't watch it. Do you follow any local sports here in Russia? I've been to the football and the ice hockey. I've not been to any recently, so I maybe need to look up what the current seasonal sport is. I've been to the rugby in Moscow as well. They've got a national rugby league, rugby union actually. I went to a few matches. That's pretty cool. It's very family friendly and small crowds. Okay. Joanna, thank you. Does Western Coca-Cola come under the heading of Western propaganda in the stores? Look, Sam, it's not. It's the company's decision, or the Coca-Cola company, to not produce Coca-Cola in Russia and not sell it, or they left Russia. The companies that choose to import Coca-Cola from other countries, it's their decision to do that. Nobody can stop them importing a product and selling a product. It's not a sanctioned product. Sanctions are banking sanctions on the, let's say, airline industries and things like that. The brands and things like that left chose to leave and chose to lose a lot of money leaving as well. The stores that sell soft drinks and like supermarket, shopping centers, whatever, they're still selling other drinks. And if like with the cola, not buying actually that's the Fanta right there. So this is Dobro Orange, which is the drink that's produced in the factory that produced Coca-Cola or Fanta. And this is the Fanta bottle. This is exactly the bottle that's Fanta. And on the back is the same factory that produced Coca-Cola or Fanta. But it's now called Good Orange. But that is Fanta in a bottle. So, where I wouldn't buy Fanta, I'd buy Dobro Orange. And that company now makes money and Coca-Cola doesn't. So, no, we have no children. No. Dermatitis. Yeah, I think in some form, maybe the different weather, the different temperature, maybe the different water from showering and things like that. Yes, take the job at the dark store. Yeah, getting an official job and having an official, yes, would make a lot of sense, Dreamy. Because also the way my wife works in her salon, it's not, it's like a third party as well. So both of us don't have that document that we need for the bank. Yeah, so if anybody in the chat or on Telegram is part of a bank, can help me. Happy to your wife, yes. If your wife works for. Now, my wife works in her own nail salon. She has her own salon in the building downstairs where we live. I've talked about this quite a few times. She works by appointment, so she doesn't work opening hours for her salon, like from open till close. She works while she's got bookings. If she doesn't have bookings, she's not open. So she doesn't work for X5 at all. Was it hard to get into the dark store? Yeah, I just needed somebody to let me go there and walk around and check it out and see it. I can't just go there without permission because it's not an open store as such. Any additional medical checks? No medical checks. I guess if you were to work for the company, they've got their due diligence of getting hired and things like that. Most of it's to do with can you officially work in Russia based on what passport you have or what residency permit you have and things like that. If you're not a Russian citizen, so yeah. Actually, I put if you watch the video back, or not watch the video, but I did put the link to the two different jobs in the description of the video, and you can click over to them. That it talks you through everything. And depending, if you open it on your computer, it'll translate from Russian to English with auto translate. Aussie everywhere. Yes, still the rugby. Yeah, I'm not a big rugby union fan or rugby league because I'm from Perth. That's mostly Australian rules football. So well done. Thank you, Blip. Will you be taking us to some smaller towns across the country 24? That would be neat. If we go to Kyrgyzstan and visit our neighbors, well, they're not neighbors here anymore. I'll definitely film something over there. We are probably going to go back to Ufa later in the year back in summertime. We want to go there in winter, but it's not the same place in winter it is in summer, you know. So other places, I'm not got a short-term plan to go to any. We really want to buckle down and try to buy a place and save money to pay and buy this place and save a deposit and things like that. The YouTube will be the priority for me to work and to make videos. Polly, that would be great. If you can come to the bank and help me with a loan, that would be very helpful. I've worked it out. What did it work out at? It's so the old way I did it. Let me pull this up because this might be interesting. Oh no, where is it? 1 second. Oh gosh. Yeah, let me just pull this up. Restore. Can we do this? 1 minute. I think we can. We've got the ability to do things sometimes. Present. Share screen. We want to share this one right here. So this was the scenario when we were at 70,197 ruble subscribers. So if everyone who's a subscriber donates 50 rubles, 49.85, 61 cents each. So the total of the amount of money we need divided by the subscribers, you can own a 0.001% share in an apartment I found. Now that would make a great video. So that was at 70,000 subscribers. So now at 121,000, it's about 30 rubles each. So that's the breakdown, if that makes any sense. Rubles, yes. And when somebody in Russian says it, they say rubles with an A, rubles. It's so many rubles, not rubles. So yeah, 50 rubles a person would more than cover, even with if I got 50 rubles a person now with this many subscribers, this would buy the apartment and I can live happily ever after, if that makes sense. So that's just let me click a few things away here. No, come on, donation alerts, come back up. I have that open on the side, so because where people do donation alerts and then type something, you can read I can read the comment. Oh, what happened? No. If your wife, well, okay. I guess it's tricky getting a loan or a mortgage given your residentials. I have residency here in Russia, so I can walk into the bank and get a loan. I would need an official job to get the loan or get the the documents from a job, like a employment letter or a letter of like a contract of work. Then it would be much easier, of course, to walk in with a residency. It's fine. But they need to know how you're going to pay for how you're going to pay the repayments on the loan. Your wife does my work. So you're also a nail a manicurist, or I guess a salon employee. How do you get Medicare? I have Medicare in Australia, although I didn't use it in 3 weeks that I was there. I have a card. My wife has Medicare as well because she's an Australian resident, technically, with her visa. Yeah, here in Russia, basically, I can take my passport. It'll show my residency visa and then my registration of address in Russia. Who can assist you in getting a loan? Yes, they do, but they ask for money, the brokers, because they basically go around the official avenues of getting a loan with employment. Rose sales can come and go for some people. Friends, many Americans move to Russia. I don't have any American friends in Russia. I know YouTubers that have got YouTube channels that are American. So I don't know any that have moved to Russia. A lot of glue and paint. The airplanes in Russia, apart from the Russian-made ones, are all Boeing or Airbus and things like that. So, do you get Premiership football and F1 on Russian TV? Yes, there is not really Premiership football. There is the Russian league that's on TV. You might sometimes get the what's the one? The European League where they play each other. UEFA Champions League. Formula One is definitely on, but it's with Russian commentary, and same with the football. I watch it via streaming on my computer. So I watch like F1 via whatever the Sky F1 channel is. And the same with the football channels. It'll usually be on Sky Channel. I don't know. I think even the darts is on Sky as well. Maybe I've met them. Yes, I met them back last summer in Moscow. They were here. They actually were here to go to an event in St. Petersburg, and they came back through Moscow to go home. And I met them in Moscow for a few hours. So yeah, definitely know them. They're actually they're also from Western Australia. They're from a place in the south of WA called Albany, which is about, have to be about 5 or 6 hours. 5 hours south of where I lived. Been to Ufa. Been to St. Petersburg, and that's it. Guarantor, yes. If you can be my guarantor for the bank, that would be good. Well, welcome back. You were missed. Thank you. Yes, I was away for a month in Bali and Australia. That's pretty much well documented on Telegram. Here on YouTube, it wasn't, so I'm sorry. Is that legal here? Yes, absolutely is legal. Yes, if you want to send donation alerts or a super chat, actually maybe I'll even use the money from this live stream as a starting point going forward for the apartment. Yeah, YouTube. Basically, the generous part is either you guys as the community on the channel. This crowdfunding idea, which has been very, very well known for a lot of years. There's things like GoFundMe and things like that. But yeah, any kind of a crowdfunding idea where you kind of break down the amount to 50 rubles a person or $1, 50 cents a person. Yeah, so yeah, you can send donations like through donation alerts or YouTube. And then it goes to the content creator as the payment through Google and then YouTube and then AdSense. No, that's not the full amount. It was Maxim. Originally, I was wanting to buy an apartment in the next town from Aprelivka. Oh, wait, still Aprelivka, actually. It's called Vesna, which is about 20-minute walk from here, or a few minutes in a car. And I was going to buy a studio apartment and buy one unfinished and then do the remodeling as part of making videos and then not live in it but rent it out. And that was going to be 3.5 million in a building that's just been built. Yeah, so that was at the moment the place we're looking at in this building is more than 3.5 million. But 3.5 million will be exactly where we're at, what we don't need the bank's help for, I guess, if that makes sense. Being very personal. Should be less personal, shouldn't I? Yes, beauty teacher or a beautician. Yes, beautician is the right word. Okay. Blip, I was in Australia a week ago. Well, 2 weeks ago, I guess. What do I miss? I guess my family and parents and sister, her husband, kids. I guess the family side of it. That's what you miss probably the most. Then you could go to food, certain dishes of food. There's no shortage of food in Russia. I can go to the store, buy everything. Let's say certain biscuits that I can't buy here. If you want to say I miss a biscuit, Vegemite. My mum gave me it's like the size of a tube of super glue, but it's Vegemite. She gave me these to bring back. It's even got all of the technical details of it on the back. So yeah, you can't buy this in Russia. You could buy it a few years ago. Now it's not so possible. So yeah, that's positive. I mean, we've talked about this a few times. There's a list that I could write in my head, well, on a piece of paper, and the list would balance itself out. I know that's hard to understand, that it would balance, but the positives of one place, the negatives of one place, positives, negative, positive, negatives, it becomes even, So some people don't like 40 Celsius temperature, but they like the 4 seasons of weather that are here in Moscow or in Russia generally. So, it's very hard to say that you like one thing and miss one thing because there's a positive at the other end, Like I was looking forward to getting on the plane and coming back, mostly to come back to our house, sleep in my own bed, sit on my own lounge suite, and put my feet up on the pillow here to watch TV, versus doing that at my parents' house, which is still home to me, but it's my parents' house, so it's hard to get that across sometimes that, this is where we've made our home now, for whatever period of time. Hi from Moscow, Alexei. You're in Moscow. I was in Moscow Center yesterday, and it was crowded, let me tell you. We love you and congratulations with the 100,000 button. Yes, I guess it's a play button, right? YouTube play button. YouTube button. Kangaroos. We didn't see any. Oh, we saw one, but it was injured on the side of the road. So every time when we're driving with my wife, she's always looking and she spots things, and it's usually some sort of injured or hurt or run over animal. Suit 4. Thank you so much. I guess you're a Canadian. Thanks for the entertainment and good luck with the apartment hunting. Yeah, it'll be interesting. This place we'll go look at tomorrow. It's in the same building, so we don't have to go far. Thank you for the super chat. Suit 4. Always find it interesting where people haven't created a specific channel handle, which you can do through your Google account and stuff like that, or YouTube account. Thank you. Yeah, we're on our way, by the way, to buying this apartment. That's really cool. Really, it is. I want to make it happen. We just have to figure out ways to make it happen. The get around seems like when we bought a place in Spain back in 2022, they had what we call black money, i.e. a bribe. Yes. Yeah, I guess we can't really talk about it because my channel doesn't have those things to talk about. Blip. But yes. Yeah, that's the mortgage broker, who's the person that you pay an amount of money to, who gets you the phone call with the bank, basically, who gets you the appointment that lets you walk in and get the loan. Yes, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I have F1 TV Pro via the Netherlands. VPN required using a family member's address, but officially not allowed. Yeah, I can use a VPN to log in to watch sport. Then even the F1 address website doesn't work without a VPN here either. So, you funnies lift my spirits. Thank you. How do you go with language, English and Russian? It can be tough sometimes. You don't always need it here. A lot more people speak English. Probably not as many people as you think, but people speak English when you need it. Yeah, UEFA. Yes. Rough. Hello, do you speak Russian? Чуть-чуть по-русски. Raf Malenki. Paruski. Englishki. But why you choose Russia as a country to live in? Because of my wife. Because my wife is Russian. We're married. We live here. Yeah, that's it. I'm happy living here. My wife is happy living here because she's from here. Have you been to any other countries in Oceania, not including Australia? I've been to the Pacific Islands on a cruise. When I was working on cruise ships, I took a holiday on a cruise ship and sailed from Sydney over to Fiji and whatever the islands out there were, Vanuatu, place like that. Just pretty much for day visits when the cruise ship was a 10-day cruise that I was on. Went to Hawaii. I guess that's further out in Oceania. Cruised a lot in Hawaii. So I asked somebody, and they may know somebody in SberBank. Okay, he manager, best bank where you are. Oh, there you go. That's a good start. Why do many? I guess it's only one family. The whole family is one family that's got everybody in the family's got a YouTube channel. They're farmers and they lived in a regional area in Australia doing farming. So it's a natural fit to live in a regional area or rural area and do farming also. They're definitely not city people, and where they lived was quite remote from Perth, from the capital city. So it's just a natural fit for them to live in a regional area. I think that's, in a nutshell, why. I hope your dreams of ownership come true in 20. Yeah, Nicole, that's the thing. That's what we're working towards this year. We've done our trip to Australia, well, twice. We were there in March, and now in March was my dad's birthday. October was my mum's birthday. So yeah, this is the goal now going forward. Fireflux, hello, by the way. Hello, Nicole. Yeah, that's what we want to work. I want to work towards, and I want my wife to think of it as well. We really don't want to pay rent to the guy that we're paying rent to here. And it'd be better spent paying a mortgage off or an amount of money we would owe the bank. Can't put shrimp on the barbie. No. Or prawns on on a mangal. Mangal? Definitely you can do shashlik prawns. You've got 111. Did you do donation alerts? I can't see anything that's sent to me. So maybe you've done SberBank. Crimson Apollo. I switched off my phone. Oh, yes. Thank you. So that's 0.2%. Yes. You've sent the 0.2% share. That's pretty cool, Crimson. Thank you. Wow. So I don't know how I'm going to give you that certificate. I really need to print certificates of the ownership. 3.5 million. Oh, say, okay. So we worked out 4 million. Okay. So 4 million. Oh, I worked it out. Gosh, darn it. 3.5. Realistically, we want 4 million, not 3.5, by the way. It's $57,000 in Aussie money. Polly, 57,575 is 3.5 million rubles. That's the number we're looking at. Yes, there is definitely daily flights to Australia. I flew with Qatar Airways, Etihad, Emirates, all fly to the Middle East and then onwards to Australia. Or once you're in Qatar, you can fly the whole world. Qatar Airways have got a connection through Qatar to any country you'd possibly want to go to. Yeah, there's more than daily flights. Guess you'll be a Pitorichka ambassador soon. Maybe the English ambassador, English-speaking ambassador. Maybe I need to ask somebody if they'd put me on the payroll to get the job to go to the bank. Not seen a bear and a wolf in Russia. Not at all. You sound great. No more cough. That vitamin C, yes. Thank you, Marlene. Yes, I feel, apart from the headache last night, that's the first in the whole week since back that I didn't feel good. I woke up in the middle of the night last night, just absolutely almost like a migraine. Like it was probably not, it was worse than a headache. And my wife thinks it's because the weather got warm in the last couple of days. Well, they're +3 Celsius right now. So, yes, it's definitely been good. Yeah, we spent 4 days in Bali on the way back. And the 3 days we stayed in the hotel. We ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner there. We went to a specific place where we loved that hotel and the food there at that restaurant. They have a restaurant attached to it. Blogging Trucker. Hello. Blogging Trucker. Look what I have. Look what I have right here. Now, I know you were a big part of my cruise channel, and that didn't reach 100,000, but traveling with Russell, there's my mirror of my temperature and my desk. We're passing 100,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. I know you were a big part of my original channel. Before, oh gosh, yeah, you're right about making it fall over. I know you're a big part of it. Thank you. Oh, now I've messed up my screen here. I'm going to end the poll because everybody isn't bothered about me reaching 1 million subscribers, but they're happy no matter what. So yeah, maybe the next live stream I'll talk about the apartment that we went to see, because we really got our heart set on one particular apartment in this building. And it's 2 hours as well. Time is up. I've gone over time. You can come and see us in the apartment if you're in Moscow or some point. Yes. Hello, здравствуйте. Thank you, Peter. Oh, hello from Ufa. Oh, how is Ufa? My wife, actually, my wife spoke to her dad today. He called for New Year. So, Alex, you wrote in Russian. Alex, you wrote in Russian. Happy New Year. Oh, Snow and Gotham. Greetings from Vladivostok. Thank you so much, Alex. Snow and Gotham to you as well. You'll get back to me on the bank. I've been here in Moscow about 10 years all up. For the last 2 years, I keep saying 9 years. So, Crimson Apollo. Oh, what have I just pressed? Don't press that one. Happy New Year to all people. Yes. Snow and Gotham to everybody. What will you do on the New Year? We're going to stay home. We're not going to go out for the midnight overlap tomorrow night. We're going to cook food tomorrow, go to the local Rynek or food market and buy food and cook here at home tomorrow. And watch probably TV and movies and the usual New Year's Eve stuff that's on the Russian television. How much is your monthly YouTube fee? I guess I don't know what the fee is. There's no fees. I guess you watching videos and then watching the ads. By the way, we just passed 300 likes, or maybe we did already. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that's pretty much why they're in Altai, because of the area they lived in Australia and then the area they are now. About how you met your wife, come to Russia, your initial. I didn't make that video, no. Can you give me the name? No, I should, because people have asked me 700 times, Taylor. 7,000 times. If I had a ruble for every time someone asked me the few questions like that, we could buy the apartment tonight. 50K and a half. Yes. It's not quite. Well, yeah. But it's a big deal for every Russian to have decent New Year holiday. Yeah, the biggest public holiday. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I'm dreading going to the shops tomorrow because of that. But I'll have to. Everybody has to go and get food on the day before New Year rather than buying it a week ago. I've worked on cruise ships for nearly 20 years, and I sailed around the world and worked on the cruise ships, lived on them, sailed to a lot of countries and was there for a short time. So the transition wasn't that difficult because I really wasn't living in Australia in all that much in the last 30 years that it wasn't difficult. I guess people's hardest thing would be the weather, adjusting to the weather, adjusting to the language, and then maybe going to the supermarket and not seeing their favorite thing on the shelf. But that doesn't bother me. I can run for president next year, yes. Meanwhile, it's gone down here, minus 26. Arhangelsk region. My wife tried to tell me that word and I still can't get it. Thank you very much, Sam K. Thank you, mods, for your time. And please, thank you, Sam. If you've left, I'm sorry. I'm trying to catch up. Thank you so much. Yeah, a lot of long-time watchers of the channel and a lot of new people that I see in the chat today. A lot of channel members. Nicole, I see you there. David, if you're still watching, I should really get off now because I've overstayed my 2 hours. Thank you, Alex. Electric cycle. I didn't ride the bike, the electro bike. So they're all, I would imagine they're made in China. They're probably made in Russia, but the battery would be from China, or the electrics anyway. The batteries are all from China. Yes, I'm Fireflux. I'm happy it's in Russia as well. I need a wall to put it on now. You live, yes. Please, I will do. Nicole, yes. Yeah, we've been looking for a while, by the way. This is not all just about tomorrow. We have looked at one other place in this building, which is just not suitable for us. It needs a lot of work, renovation-wise. It would be amazing for videos, but for the price that it is, it's not worth the amount of work. Baked kangaroo or Olivia? Well, Olivia really in Australia would be just like a potato salad. Not exactly potato salad, but pretty close. You don't really eat kangaroo. Can people afford to live in Moscow? Yes, you can. You know, there is places that have more affordable food, even in the different videos that I've made at different supermarkets. If you watch the one at Chizik, the one with the yellow bird, you know, it's possible to live on a smaller budget. Absolutely is. We had a piper on the station, lots of snow. So glad to have caught you live. Wow. On a steam train called the Black Bun Special. I'm going to look that up right after this. Scotland. You're in Scotland. Wow, Peppy. Cool. Is it Blim Jim? No. Bimishubu. Yes. Why are you trying to change it to something easier to understand? Any carnival gigs ahead? At the moment, no. No. I mean, I would love to do it now. Well, I'd still love to do it, but I'd want to do shorter contracts. Know that I can easily fly in and out, which I could. I'd really like to do something where I'd work with the ships in the shipyard, where they do the refit of the ships and then do something to do with the retail part of the shops for that. And that was something I was trying to figure out, but they don't really have those jobs to do that. No, I'd be impressed to hear your opinion. I met my wife on a holiday in Thailand. She invited me back to Russia for a holiday. And essentially, I've stayed here ever since. I was on cruise ships at the time. I used to work in duty-free shops at airports, and then I got a job on cruise ships doing duty-free. I'll be here till the end. I'm really glad that you did a live show. I'm relaxing and watching your... Thank you, David. Yes, now I've gone a little bit longer. I was going to go to the store. It's 5 p.m. I forgot what time my wife will finish work. 6, 7, 8, 9. The shop's open till 10. I could still go to the supermarket to film a video. I was going to go tomorrow and film it while we go out. And then do that New Year video of people going nuts in the store. because people keep telling me I need to go film that and show people that, like in Australia, it's called the cost of living crisis. They're calling it in Australia. And then when you go see everybody shopping and buying everything like mad on the days before the new year, it kind of gobbles up that thought in your head. Do you speak English in Russia? I do speak English in Russia. Yeah, my Russian isn't that advanced. Can you get a Russian fiance? Probably if you came here, it would be easier to meet somebody. Joanna. Boneyard Lawn. Oh, hello. I hope your channel is going good as well. I've not checked your channel for a while. But yes, thank you. Thank you so much. Last video was amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed making it. I would like to have had a bit more time to do it a bit slower. The guy that I was with, that was from the company, was he just, and my wife said to me, "Oh, it's Russian style. You know, that's the style that people work. It's always non-stop." And I'd love to have just spent another hour there, just walking around slower, taking in a little bit more, so I could explain things that I see a bit more. I literally saw it and filmed it as I saw it, and there's not a lot of editing down of the videos that I filmed of what came on the video. Oh, in British shipyards, yeah, I've been to the ones in Italy, Fincantieri, in Germany, well, in Papenburg in Holland, Netherlands. I went to Caverna Yard. We in New York. They had this out on the train, and for the day, the trip was called the Black Bun Special. Oh, wow, okay. Black Bun is a special in wow. I wish everyone a happy new year. Health positive, yes. You have irony inside, and it's cool. Thank you. I hope this is me, by the way. You're meeting me. You're seeing me. This is why a lot of people comment, and I've read it a few times, that I talk too much in the videos, but that's the style of video that I'm creating, is these talking, walking type videos. I've technically never worked in Russia, apart from doing YouTube. And then basically my wife has always worked here while we've lived here. So, when the YouTube wasn't really where it is now, it was all about my wife. And really the channel is growing, but it's not the instant get rich quick scheme that everybody thinks YouTube is. It's a lot harder than that. This stream will be on the channel afterwards, so you can watch it on replay. Sometimes it takes a little while to process the higher quality of the playback, so it'll definitely be there to watch back later. Rob, thank you so much. Good job. Moscow is based around a river, so they do call them beaches. We've had this argument before. They do call them beaches in Moscow or in Russia, but it's generally waterways with sand, or estuaries, or whatever you want to call them, lakes, where there is sand at the side of the water, which is called a beach. You can't go now because it's too cold, but in summertime, definitely. Yes, I'm going to go to Vdenhar. It's on until April, by the way. It's this Russia Expo. But I need to definitely spend a couple of days to do that and go three times. Because it's a hard thing to cover. I've translated a little bit for you now because I really like your channel and your work. Cool, thank you, Alex. I've just done the translation on the other thing where I can read what you've written in Russian. I don't talk too much in my videos. Thank you. Thank you. This is Happy New Year in Scotch Gaelic. Wow. Bliha mihath. Ooh. I guess I'm saying that completely wrong. Okay, everybody. I'm going to head off. And that's why it's a good tradition, and we'll drink vodka to your health. Thank you so much. Yeah, there is a bit of a tradition that people do drink vodka at, particularly tomorrow night. Maybe it's not something that people drink all year round. A lot of people drink cognac here, brandy, beer, of course. So it's not assumed everybody drinks vodka all the time here. Pepe, thank you so much. A guide in a day is one and all. A guide in a day to one and all. Thank you. Thank you, Pepe. Thank you so much for the £4.99 or £5, which just doesn't sound right when you're thanking someone for £4. Thank you. So this is really the starting number for the apartment tomorrow. I think that's the way we're gonna start. What do you think from here? Thank you, Skull Peter. You tried Siberian trains. Siberia's a long way from Moscow. Thank you again, Pepe. I like the fact I can now put them on the screen very quickly. They've got this thing now where you can highlight them. Northern Ireland, thank you for showing life in Russia. Monogolfus from Northern Ireland. Huh, wow. Thank you, David. Good night, Russell. Take care. Thank you, Nicole. We wish you good luck in your journey. Thank you. £5 down. 199,995 to go. Yes. Well, it's 3.5 million in rubles anyway. Rubles, let's call it. But yes, it's a long way to go. I know that. I've talked about this extensively with my wife, that we're going to have to, eat pot noodles for a long time to be able to, live more comfortably. I think everybody wants to in life, right? We can't all just win the lotto or become famous and rich and famous, be movie stars. We can't all have everything in life. We've got to work for it, right? Peter, goodbye. If you're saying Happy New Year, thank you so much. And the Christmas tree emoji, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Pepe. Okay, everybody, I'm going to hold up the plaque one last time. I'm not going to be able to click now. Oh, I might be able to. Oh, there's a fingerprint right here. Is that me that did that? Oh, yes. Sorry for the fingerprints. I feel bad now. There's fingerprints on this. Thank you, everybody. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tiny speech for a minute or two. That'll be 2.5 hours. That'll be good timing. John from Missouri. Happy New Year also. Thank you, everybody. I'm sorry if I don't keep up with the chat and I don't scroll through it. I do like to make sure everybody that's watching gets a shout out and a thank you. Nicole, Elizabeth, congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for the support over the last, it's 1.5 years, by the way. It's not 2 years yet that the channel's been going. It's amazing. I mean, this plaque is really is your plaque, everybody's plaque watching this channel. Everybody who watches videos, watches the ads on the videos, puts a thumbs up or a like. Anyone that just watches the videos, you don't have to comment even necessarily. We know, I see the number of people watching a video. Not every video is getting, thousands of views. I mean, if you look at the Russian car park expo video versus the last one now at the dark store, there's a difference in the view count, right? I mean, there's shopping center videos with 1 million views, 1.5 million views, and it's the good with the bad always, right? I mean, that's the way I like to make my videos. I like to mix up the content, and that's what's made the channel successful, I think. And this took a long time to get to Russia. It's probably 4 or 5 months now. I don't know the exact date when it passed the 100,000 now, but I need to polish it a little bit now with fingerprints. But the next goal is to find somewhere to put it on a wall. Thank you, Joanne, for the clapping. Congratulations, 3 a.m. Thank you. It will be 3 a.m. by the time I say goodbye. How is Trans-Siberian train? I've never been on it either. It's a long 7-day train. Imagine going on a train for a week and getting off for a few minutes in the different stops. Yeah, thank you. It's something like this plaque. It's something I can just stare at, and I mean, a lot of times when you have a job or you work somewhere, you might get a certificate of appreciation, you might get a gift, you might shake the president's hand or something like that, and there's only a few times in my life where you reach a pinnacle in what you do. I mean, I know when I worked on ships, I was good at what I did. I knew how my ability, and the people I worked with knew my ability. The captain of the ship, even though I didn't work under the captain, he knew what I could do as a person as well. So, and now YouTube, shows me that I'm good at what I can do with YouTube. I mean, how many people watch every video? I don't have any say over. If 100,000, 120,000 people now that are you guys as subscribers watch a video, every video, of course, it's proof, but it's going to be up and down. Eva, goodbye if you're leaving. Bye. Thank you. Congrats. Yes. Bond mood. Thank you. Also, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. I'm not lost for words because my story beyond living in Russia is a little bit longer. The working on cruise ships is an entire channel in itself. If I could make videos being on the ships, which I'm not now, so my story is a lot longer than what I've talked about in videos here. So yeah, thank you. I see little hearts and things flashing up on the other screen over here. It's very, very nice. And anybody that's done the super chats during this live stream, yeah, I think it's going to start off the apartment buying account nicely. Anybody that's done donation alerts either now or during past live streams, thank you. And then also, I know Marlene likes to use Buy Me a Coffee, and then maybe somebody's used SberBank. Yeah, this money is really pretty much all the money ever that I've collected for the channel has gone towards like this camera, this microphone, all of the little, the thumb drive and things like this, little things that, when I was in Australia, this might not look like something, but this is the microphone storage case for my wireless mics, and you put them in there and it charges them. This is a special case that I bought. So thank you again. This is really all YouTube. Everything on that I've got here for this is from you guys. So Gum was great, Mr. Jamo. I'm going to make another video at Gum because I was there last night walking around. It's quite a bit different from when I was there, well, more than a month ago. They've got some more decorations up. They've now got the Christmas trees up, which they put every year with different themes. Alex, I mostly drink beer. I don't drink spirits. I've never really drunk spirits to the point that I enjoy them. Pretty much Malibu rum is about it for me if I was to drink rum, or like a rum and Coke. But otherwise, beer. Have a can of beer or a bottled beer, actually. That would be it for me. Okay, everybody. Thanks for all the thumbs ups. There might be a video that will go on the channel before the end of 2023. So if I can film something and have it on there tomorrow, you'll get one more video. Maybe you want to watch an older video. watch some ads on the videos before the end of the calendar year. That'll be nice. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, watch an old video, put a comment. I do try to catch up with the comments on the videos. It's very, very difficult now because there's way more comments than I can answer. I've said that a lot. If you want to comment on this video underneath after it's finished, you're more than welcome to also. I will be here in the YouTube back of house when the video finishes, so I'll try to comment on some of them as well. Maleni, I think you might be the last comment. And I know David might be still here. Joanna might be still here. Blogging Trucker. I'm sorry if I don't know everybody by name. I recognize a lot of names from the chat. There's obviously a lot of people who watch who don't type something. Chikiovskaya Market. I'm not sure which one that is. I know lots of markets, but I don't know them unless you tell me what's there or where it is to know which one it is. So, the last main market I went to was Sadovot. If you want to watch a video about Sadovot, that's one of the more recent videos on the channel. It's a place that's near impossible to make a video, but I managed to get one made. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to end the stream. I need to have a drink and just stop talking and thinking for a little while. So and switch this bright light off that's up here as well. So yeah, I'll see everybody on Telegram. I will post lots of photos as I normally do every day. My thoughts, my little quirky things that I copy and paste over there. If anybody wants to join, Traveling with Russell channel. And it's kind of the Russian WhatsApp. If you haven't downloaded it, it's completely free and simple to use. Okay, everybody, I'll see you in another live stream probably next week at some point, depending on the days of the week that I'm going to be live. Okay. Oh, Boris, thank you for the last super sticker. Thank you so much. Let me just make sure I thank you on the screen here. Boris Kruniz, thank you for the super sticker. And hey, you, is it? I think it says. You can't show the little thing when you put them on the screen here. Thank you. Wow. Yeah, people keep sending super chats. I can't really log off, can I? Because it's not right to do that for people. 2 euros. This is euro, so maybe Boris. The only Boris I know is Boris Yeltsin. Boris Becker. I used to play tennis when I was younger. I wasn't very good. I was a better photographer than I was a tennis player. I used to be like the club photographer. So, and I used to take all the pictures of the club. Thank you, Melanie, for all the hearts. It's so nice. I know it's hard for me to click end stream, but I know there's a lot of people who appreciate me. Well, I shouldn't say like that. I know a lot of people appreciate the channel and the videos, and the plaque is just proof of this. Right, this is kind of the thing that's physical that shows you're doing a good job. So yeah, 343 likes. That's crazy. And I think I was saying goodbye at 300 likes, wasn't I? Okay. Bye, everybody. I'm going to go and actually I might put a photo on Telegram right after this of this little cake that I got that I can celebrate the plaque with. So, yeah. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye.